So hey, it's Bill Algie. I am back from Ages Rock Podcast. We're at the ROCKNPOD 2023. I am here with Third Party Thieves, or at least one member of Third Party Thieves.
I am the front man and singer. My name is Matthias. I've got my other partner Jesse over there at the booth manning things right now. The other guys had other gigs today, but that's the nature of these things.
Sure.
So met a lot of cool people and talked to just the coolest people here today. It's the only way to explain it. If you weren't here, anyone listening. But I got a question for you. What's the funniest thing you've heard today?
Oh man, the funniest thing I've heard today. I haven't heard. I have not heard a lot of funny stuff today.
And that is what I am saying. This has not been. I thought this was a comedy convention.
Oh, you did?
I got here. I thought I'm a comedian. I'm not even an artist. I just thought that, and no one's that funny. And it's just, I think I'm doing really well. I think I'm doing well.
It's funny. Our podcast is typically kind of funny.
But
really, I haven't heard a lot of funny stuff here.
Like I haven't gotten a lot of crowd reaction, so to speak. But
yeah.
I really feel like all the bits have landed today. Not a lot of competition on any of that.
No, I think you nailed it. You nailed it from that aspect.
I'm really about those big fish, small pond vibes,
Yeah, I think that's a good gig for you. And you're very short, so
yes,
I think that size issue for those listening, poor guy got a huge size issue. I mean height, like tall, that's a
4'12".
4'12". Yep. Got short, buzzed head. It's just, it's hideous. You can't. I don't know what you're gonna do. Okay, no, really, the guy is like, how tall are you?
I'm 6'7".
6'7". Yeah, I was gonna guess 6'7".
Yeah, 6'7".
Yeah, and great locks of hair because
thanks,
he can grow it still. And
my mom gave it to me. I appreciate it. Yeah, Dad did half, she did the other half. They really came together on that one.
There you go. That's important. That magic moment is so important.
Well, I'm just glad that they got to agree on it because, what if it would have been like a split custody battle thing and it was half and half, and I had dark curly hair on this side and then straight blonde hair. I'm glad they came to a decision on what they wanted to give me.
But then you can move to Hollywood. You could do movies. It's like Two-Face, right?
You could do two jobs at the same time.
Exactly, and nobody would even know.
I don't think it'd be that big a deal.
Would
it still be called moonlighting if you were doing them simultaneously?
Yes, probably.
Okay, yeah.
But could you charge double?
I believe you could definitely double dip on that.
I think you could. I mean, you could have two alter egos.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I think you're in.
I think we're in. Okay.
I think so.
Oh, well. So, yeah.
So what else you got going on?
Oh,
So this is your first time here?
Yeah, first year at ROCKPOD.
Right.
It's been really awesome. I know 80% of the local band section. I really love everything those guys are doing.
Yep.
Everybody's just working hard, and I was like, well, if they're working hard and doing this thing, I'm going to go do it too. So
yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Here we are. Yeah, it's a great time. First really self-promotion for the band that I'm here with. Been playing for 2 years, touring private events at colleges.
Oh, really? Wow.
So, yeah, it's been really interesting, My big thing I've talked about a lot today is I'm going into the studio next week to work with a producer and try and put some actual music out because like I said, we've been touring the country and playing colleges, but we don't have any music out.
Yeah.
And I've talked in other shows about my philosophies with, why I've done it the way I've done it. And I think I've got a good streamline one for you here. So you ready for this?
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Go.
This is the most artistic excuse you're ever going to hear. You ready?
All right.
If I go and I play a mainly cover set for a very harsh audience, they'll either love you or they'll tear you apart. I mean, it's in the fire there. And I can slip in songs that are original songs, and the energy doesn't leave the room, and they don't know that it's not a cover song. I think that's how you weed out your good songs from your bad songs. Because if you go to play an original song to a crowd that's never heard you and is unbiased, but you've had them in the palm of your hand for 2 hours or an hour or however long it takes to really get the room moving and grooving right, or even if it's a 45-minute set, you say you got the first 3 songs and you're coming in hot and they're digging it, and then you go to play one of your new songs that you just love so much, but that room stops moving and you can feel it drop and you're just waiting to get done with the song. That's not a song I wanted to put on a record.
Yeah, that's instant feedback.
Yeah, instant feedback. I mean, it's people talk
Not
about
good instant feedback.
well, people talk about social media and how you can get such a quick response, and I don't think that's true. I mean, I talk to people all around all the time, and they seem to know way more about my life and are more engaged with my social media life than I would think my followings and statistics show for that. So, the real world's not dead. And that being said, back to the most artistic reason for just being lazy and not getting music out, I've come to deal with it in my own head by deciding I'm okay with it as long as I'm putting out an album of all songs that are bangers in a live room setting.
Yeah. If you can figure out how to put out an album that are all bangers, you might be the first person to ever do that.
I don't think it's been done yet. I think it's like the only thing that's unconquered, really, in the music game is like, I mean, Nickelback, I don't know, man. Like, they had that one album. It was a lot of hits. I'm a huge fan.
There are bands that have a lot of hits on records sometimes. But usually it's only like 4 or 5.
I think they had like 6 or 7 out of 10, but the other 3 were questionable. I don't remember the names, obviously.
Yeah, they were just shitty.
Just shitty. Yeah.
That's probably.
Oh, we can curse on the show. Cool. I had someone. I said fuck on another show, and this guy looked at me like I had just really hurt his feelings, and I was like, okay, cool, won't do that again.
Yeah, we're unedited, unscripted, unprofessional, whatever. So
I like that.
You can kind of do whatever the hell you want.
I like it, man. I like it, man. As long as I'm in and out in 15 minutes, man, I can do whatever I want. I like that.
That's kind of a typical. 15 minutes is pretty good, though.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's impressive.
I generally run out of cool things to say after about 15 seconds. So getting the whole minute behind each one of those seconds is
well. You just got to stretch. You got to really work on that.
Look, man, I'm 6'7". I'm done stretching. Okay,
they
stretched me out. Yeah, I'm not stretching anymore, dude. It's not happening.
Put you on that thing. Crank it a little bit.
I wish some days I had like the medieval torture device. Like, just go ahead and pop my back for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I got to ask you a question then. So did you play sports?
I swam.
Okay.
I did a little bit of jiu-jitsu and MMA stuff because that was really when UFC was taking off.
Oh, yeah.
I broke my wrist playing football in the backyard in 5th grade, so I never really got into that because I couldn't play guitar for 6 weeks because my wrist was broken. So, I kind of said, I don't want to do that. And then, I started playing when I was like 8 years old, started playing real young. I got about as good as I am now when I'm 12. So, like, I've really been coasting, and it's been a fun time. I would highly recommend anyone put in all the legwork in the beginning and then just coast on it because you don't have to be the greatest guitar player in the world to
you just got to
make
find
a living
enough
or
people, around you that that build you up and make you sound a lot better.
For sure. Yeah,
that's absolutely the game.
Yeah.
So many artists do that.
That's why I'll never go out as a 3-piece anymore. It was so much more work.
Yeah.
I had to be so much more impressive. Yeah. Lead and rhythm and vocals. Like, it's cool, but like, come on.
That's a lot of responsibility.
It's a lot of responsibility.
Nobody wants
that. It's more
a
creative freedom, I'll say that with the 3-piece, but like, I don't know, man. I'd rather have a tight 4 or 5-piece that can just kind of lock in on the same things that everyone's thinking.
Yeah, and then you can like just chill.
Yeah.
Let them kind of carry the game a little bit.
Yeah, I'm just chilling. I solo when I want. I sing. I do a lot of crowd work and stuff like that. It's more fun.
And they respond because you're the lead guy, right? So they're not responding to those other guys. Makes you feel better.
It's a weird thing.
Dude, I think you have nailed it. You have nailed it.
I appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
I hope to hear that every person I talk to today, but I doubt it. But
I don't know why. I really don't.
We'll get there. This is the part where I'm like, oh, by the way, my favorite color is, and I say something like doesn't exist, and like I start talking about like some really weird reasons. Like I go from immediately, moderately likable character to immediately downhill quickly. That would be what I would like to do in this, but we only have 15 minutes. That's at least like a 45-minute conversation there.
Deep.
I'd like to take everyone on the whirlwind. You know what I mean? Like just really get them inside my noggin for a little bit.
Yeah, and this just scare them enough.
Yeah, just enough.
But keeps them interested.
Yeah, just enough.
Yeah, just a little bit. Get a little taste.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
For sure.
All right, man. Where can people find you?
They can go to my Instagram. They can go to, we've got Third Party Thieves, and you can look up my personal one is the Matthias Project. I'm pretty much the umbrella for a lot of other things that I do. Okay. And if you follow my page there, you can get updated.
It's all there, man.
Yeah, you can check out everything from there. And, there'll be updates for the upcoming EP and album release party and all that stuff.
Nice.
So if you're in the area in Nashville, check that out for sure.
All right. Thanks, man, for coming by.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.